I've got a bit like Darth Vader here. What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. Anyway. Good morning, people. How are we doing? Welcome back. Or welcome if this is your first time watching. We are going to run through a full day of eating today, because I know people love these, people love to see the food, and this is the first, actually it's going to be a full day of eating on a rest day. Usually I take you through training day, full days of eating, but I thought let me change it up. I had a food increase last week, so we are going to take you today through a full day of eating. If this wants to focus on my face, oh that's a bit too close. A full day of eating on a rest day, and I'm also going to show you how I make a few of the meals, a few, I guess, tips and tricks for digestion and how to keep appetite in check, because I know that's something some people suffer with. Not something I've ever dealt with, honestly. Even though food's going up, hunger has remained the same as if I was post-show, and I'm currently a year post-show, so I don't think I can call it post-show anymore. I'm very much deep into the off-season, so we're going to run you through a full day of eating. Again, some tips, how to manage digestion, tips for digestion, how to improve that. Very, very simple things you can do to stay on top of it. But we're going to start here. And number one tip is just to hydrate yourself before the day starts. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I start every morning, which is with my supplementation. Okay, super simple shit. So we got all the Strom line, basically glutathione max, lipid max, cystol max, glutamine. A serving of all of those, so that's like 11 grams, 15 grams of glutamine if you're wondering, serving of glutathione, serving of lipid max, and then 1 serving of hydromax as well. And then I got some health subs there, which are just some stuff from engineered muscle, some astragalus, citrus bergamot, some magnesium that I take in the morning, Thrombomax, and some red yeast rice. And then obviously that's my shaker cup with everything in it, but I just drink that first, which is those 4, and then I have Hydromax straight after it. Saves me dirty in 2 shaker cups. And there's my advent calendar that Eddie kindly got me yesterday. A day late, but we'll let it off for now. 2 days late, but we're actually going to share an advent calendar. That's something you've never seen before in your life, but we do things differently around here. So yeah, so tip number 1, stay hydrated, get hydrated. Like, fuck me. This lighting, what's going on? Stay hydrated. What is it? I've been up for 40 minutes and I'm already almost 1.5 liters of fluid down, and that's before I have my coffee, because that is rule number 2: hydrate and then caffeinate and all that BS. So I'm gonna get my morning started now. Showed you my subs. Gonna get some fluid in me. Gonna get a coffee in me, and then Ellie's gonna go to work. I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna go to the gym. We're gonna walk to the gym, we're gonna do cardio in the gym, and we're gonna walk back from the gym. I might do abs in the gym. Yeah, they don't hurt. We'll do some abs, come back, and then we'll start our day with a lovely meal, which I'm undecided as to what meal one I want today, because I do change the order sometimes. But anyway, see you soon. Mother truckers, welcome to meal 1. We're cooking up a storm. I'm actually going to take you through a little bit of me cooking instead of just me showing the food, eating. People seem to like not know how to cook these days, So I'm gonna hopefully show you like a couple of tricks here or there. So first meal of today on a rest day, my favorite meal, honestly, probably, I won't say of all time, it's not my all-time favorite meal, but it's my favorite rest day meal, and it's the only time I have it, which is on a rest day. And that meal is sourdough, eggs, avocado. It's supposed to be turkey rashers, but I've gone off them a little bit, so I'm trying something new today, not something I really use a lot. And that's these low-fat, reduced bacon medallions. Usually I wouldn't use pork not being the best option, but look, I'm in the off season, I'm pretty deep, I'm pretty deep into the off season, and I just wanted to change. And look, for 2 rashers cooked, they're 1.6 grams of fat. I think I can afford that. So we're gonna give them a go today. We got some eggs. Again, I've shown these before. These are the only eggs you should have in the UK. They are expensive, they're like £3.60 for 6. I only have 2, so they do last me a while, but they're expensive eggs, but they're worth it. Like the I'll show you the color of the yolk on them. Like, that is superb, absolutely superb. But like I said, this meal is usually meant to be turkey rashers, meant to be 4 turkey rashers, which is quite a lot of protein. But I'm not going to do 4 of these because it's quite a lot of salt, quite a lot of fat. So what I've done is I've just made up for, I'm making up for the rest of the protein. So I've done 120 mils of egg whites on top of my 2 eggs. And then I'm also going to add, ever so slightly, a little bit of this onto my sourdough bread. If you haven't done this before, it's like a bread, like cream cheese. You know, cream cheese is full of shit, full of fat, full of, you know. You can put this on top. No, it doesn't taste the exact same, but it gives that texture. It's a little bit of extra protein. It gives, you know, you can put this in rice as well, by the way. This in rice, or even if you use Greek yogurt as well. It just gives it that extra little bit of protein, flavor, consistency, everything I'm all about. Veg wise, I'm going to show you. I got some chopped green lettuce here, which is, it's literally just chopped. And then this is the sourdough I use, okay? Because people are on the Jason's trend, but look, you don't understand. That's not real sourdough, okay? That's not real sourdough. This is the only sourdough you need. Celtic sourdough, or Celtic bakers. This one, the olive one, right, literally has olives in it, and I'll show you a piece of it now. It's the greatest sourdough, and I said it on my story, right? It's actually sourdough, because if you know, you know, right? But there's a lot of controversy between sourdoughs nowadays, and people claiming to be sourdoughs when they're not. But this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it has legit full-on olives in the actual fucking pieces of bread. So we got 150 glorious grams of this today. 150 sourdough. I've got like 100 veg, so I'm gonna do, like I said, what's that called now? Lettuce with some eggplant. Random combination, I know. I'm a bit of a random guy. We got 2 whole eggs, 100 mil of egg whites. I believe it's 100 mil. And then we're gonna do like 30 grams of skyr, and I think that's pretty much it. So, tips and tricks: eggs, cook them on a bit of a low, like start the eggs, get the pan nice and hot, chuck them on it when it's nice and hot, and then turn it down. Don't burn the eggs, don't cook them too long, because then the yolk stops being runny. We don't want a hard yolk, because you absolutely ruin the meal. I need to wash this. So, oh, I also got avocado, which is cut over there, which I'll show you a quick tip for avocado. You know, this is what we're all about, tips and tricks. Avocado, don't cut it in half like this, because I don't need the whole thing, right? Cut it like off the top, right? Again, cut the top off it, and then just basically scoop out the amount you need. It keeps it all fresh with inside, instead of cutting it in half, and then you have that like skin that appears on top. I only use this twice a week, so I only use this on Wednesdays and Sunday. It's Wednesday today, obviously. So, like you said, you can kind of just like peel off a little bit you want, and then scoop it out. Instead of cutting it in half, then you have that dirty skin that accumulates on top. But I'm gonna get all of this ready now. I'm gonna toast my bread. How I toast my bread is I actually put it in the air fryer for like 5 minutes. The toast that I've got is pretty slow, so I'm gonna put it in the air fryer, get all this ready, make it all presentable, show you the final trick, and I'll speak to you soon. Woo! Back. We're back. The meal has been prepared. I'm gonna show you the final product, and we're at that point now in the off season where I need 2 plates for 1 meal, and I love it. I love it. Like I said, favorite meal of today. So it's not. There's no better way to start the day than your favorite meal. So I'll show you the end product. Pretty simple. We've put a little bit of effort into it today. I won't lie to you.
like I said to you before, very, very easy. So we got the egg there, we got some avocado on this piece of toast, we got another piece of toast, obviously some of the egg white, because the egg white came on quite a lot, some eggplant on top, some lettuce. I've got one of the bacon medallions down there, that's going to be absolutely superb. And then we got the second plate here, same again, a bit of yogurt, a bit of avocado, one of the bacon medallions. I'm going to see how they are, I hope I like them. And there's a hair, my own hair on my own food. That's disgusting, but it's my own hair, so who gives a fuck. Chopped salad, nice bit of egg white there, bit of pepper on top, bit of salt and pepper. That's it. If you're wondering what this is literally just chili. It's like chili, it's like a garlic chili. I can even show you if you want. The coffee is ready to go, and then this is what we use. It's something new I'm trying. Chopped red chilies. It's literally just chilies, nothing crazy. I like a bit of spice now and again, and it's pretty good in chicken and rice. So we're gonna eat this meal. I'm not gonna set the camera up and eat in front of you because I don't really enjoy it. Well, I don't mind doing that actually, but there's gonna be a lot of crunching on, and I just want to enjoy it. So I'll catch you back for meal number 2. Meal number 2. About to go down. I will insert the macros right here. So what we have, pretty basic meal. We have 90 grams, I believe 90-ish grams of cooked smoked bassa, 70 grams of prawns. I had to think what these things are then, prawns. We've got some veg in there. The mixture of veg is some eggplant once again, some yellow/red pepper, and I've also got some carrots mixed in there somewhere down there. I don't know if you can see, but we got some carrots in there as well. So all the types of veg, all the colours, all the nutrients. And a little tip for you, two tips. Obviously we got white rice there as well. Number 1 tip, and I mentioned this previously, make sure you wash your rice. This is a huge thing I don't see people do. Wash your rice, just put some water in your rice and move your hand around in it quickly. Watch how much shit comes off it, and that's a lot of starch, that's a lot of just dirt that we kind of don't wash off. So one thing you need to do when you cook rice, big tip for digestion, especially when your rice portions are pretty big. Like this is only 100 grams, which for me is absolutely nothing. Whereas post-workout now I'm having 140 grams, and that goes down like that. So a couple of tips. 1, wash your rice thoroughly. Like I wash mine 3 to 4 times until the water's clear. I will not cook it. And then the next thing is, another thing I see a lot of people do is cook their rice, 1, in a lot of water that makes it just shit and taste like dirt, and it's all soggy and wet. Rice needs to be fluffy and enjoyable, okay? So one thing I see a lot of people doing is cook with more water, which again makes it all wet and disgusting, but 2, it volumizes it quite a lot, okay? And when even though you are hungry, I would recommend trying to make sure that your rice portions, or your cream rice portions, your oat portions, whatever it is, the things you add water into, don't try to volumize them too much, okay? That volume is only going to stretch your stomach, is going to make digestion harder. Imagine I've cooked 100 grams of rice, so I've got 2 portions of 100 grams of rice, so 200 grams of dry weight raw rice. I've used about 2 to 2.5 worth of water, and the volume, I'm starving. On rest days I'm hungry, I'm really hungry, but it's not worth feeding full after that. I could put 4 times the amount of water on each, have like 450 grams of cooked weight rice, but then it's just going to sit in my stomach, and that's almost half a kilo of food sat in my stomach alongside the protein, the veg, etc. And I don't really need that. Although I'm hungry, I'm not trying to fulfill that hunger with food or more carbs or more fruit or more veg. I'm just going to eat. I'm going to be hungry regardless. So 2 tips: wash your rice. Don't over volumize it. 1, it tastes better if you don't do that, and 2, it's not good for your gut. So quick little tip for you. Another thing as well, if you are struggling in the off season, obviously use a little bit even less water. Like you could do a 2-to-1 ratio, especially if you use, like I use jasmine rice. Sushi rice is really good for that as well. But textures are a massive thing. I've got prawns, I've got bassa, different textures altogether. I've got cooked veg in there within eggplant and peppers, but then my carrots are raw. Also, having raw and cooked ingredients, also very good for digestion. Things you can do. The other thing is, sit down, enjoy your meal, sit in an upright position, don't slump yourself over on the settee and eat like that. Just take your time chewing your food, etc, etc. The shit you should already know. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this. and then I've got a podcast to record in 10 minutes. See you there.
Okay, we're back. Another meal already. I feel like today is absolutely flying. Rest days always seem to fly for me. Like today was meant to be like a chill day, but it's turned out to be a pretty busy day. Just wrapped up the podcast. That always takes up quite a bit of time, but it's great. That will be out tomorrow. Well, obviously tomorrow is Thursday the 4th, I think. Yeah, Thursday the 4th. Don't know when this will be up. This will probably be up after the podcast. So if the podcast is out and you haven't listened to that yet, go and listen to that. It was a really good one. Discussed a few different topics, a few different laughs as always. But we're on to the next meal, which is pretty much a copy and paste of the previous meal, with the only changes that it's got olive oil in this one. So we got prawns, basa, white rice, olive oil, lettuce, and some beetroot / kimchi mix. That's absolutely outstanding. That I thoroughly enjoy. And then I have put a little bit more of this chili within the rice, and I'll show you the final product now. Like I said, it's just pretty much a copy and paste of the previous meal. Mind the mess. Yes, there we have it. I'll put the macros on the screen to its left right now. Pretty fucking simple, pretty astonishing. But I got the lettuce mixed in there again for textures. This is the kimchi / beetroot combination, which is pretty good. I'll actually show you what it is. I use it, but I know a lot of people are on the whole kimchi sauerkraut trend because of gut health, and they think, oh, you know, it's good for my gut. This is what I use. It's the Super Beet by Vada's. But just be careful, because it can cause inflammation in the stomach. It can cause irritation. It can cause gut distension. You have to be careful. You can't just eat it like it's a vegetable. Start with a very small amount of it. It is good for the gut, yes, but only if your gut can tolerate it. And you don't just throw it in and think, oh, my digestion's solved, or you just don't just throw it in and think, this is amazing for me. If you throw it in and things start to go a bit differently, and there's a bit more of a like irritation in the gut, then you kind of know it's not working for you. Okay, so just be wary of it. I only use 30 grams of it, and that's the most I will use per meal, and I only use it once a day usually, because anything after that I start to feel it in my stomach. It's good for the gut, but don't irritate it. So I'm going to smash this meal now, absolutely smash it. I'll even set you up and allow you to watch me eat it a little bit, and then I'm going to reply to 2 client questions that came in as I was making this meal, and then we're going to get stuck in with the rest of the day. But it's actually not that much work to do. I'm actually going to take some time to chill today, because it's a rest day. Like I said, it's a rest day and it hasn't been a very busy day, so I'm making the most of that, and I'm not going to force myself. As discussed in my previous video, and we discussed in the podcast today, salt. I'm not going to force myself or convince myself that I need to do things and constantly look for stuff to do. Which is not a bad mentality, but sometimes, you know, I've done all my work, I've done all my setups, I've done all my clip feedback, I've done everything a coach is supposed to do, you know, all the shit the coach is be like, oh, I'm doing this today, I'm doing this, and I've got 7 inquiries. Like, you post the same coach, you just post the same clients every 2 weeks. 7 inquiries today, yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill. Eat this. I'm gonna literally reply to 2 people. That'll take me 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna chill for the rest of the evening. It is 4:30 right now. Dark. Meal 3. No tips. Same as last meal. Just enjoy your food. Simply as. Enjoy it. Don't chew with your mouth full. And as always, fish, prawns, white rice. Easy digestion. Doesn't cause me any issues. If you are someone again who's struggling to get protein in, where your chicken's a bit bland, chicken's a bit rubbery, you don't want to chew it, try some basa.
It's good bros. Yeah,
really
man. You
You look awesome. Anyway,
We're back for another meal. Meal 4. The meal has taken freaking so long to cook now that I'm behind on meals now, which I don't love because we're up really early today and I plan on getting this meal in really early as well. Hiding. Oh, she hiding.
You just gonna go full.
I just told you the truth. Anyway, meal number 4 time. Like I said, we're running behind because everything just took ages to do. So I've got to get another meal in soon after this. But I'm going to show you the final product. I'll show you a little bit closer now. But we've got, I'll put the macros as always there somewhere. 500 grams of white potato turned into chips. How I make them, forgot someone asked. Cut them up like chips, microwave them for anywhere between like 6 and 10 minutes, and then in the air fryer, and make sure you shake them about quite often. In the air fryer for like 22 minutes. Turn down the heat to like 180 on air fry. Shake them, and you're good. I don't put anything on them. I used to, but now I don't. Battery's gonna die. Sweet. Now, let me just flip this around. So much easier to flip you. I'll be flipping you later. Anyway, we got chips, chicken, some veg. Very, very simple. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. My camera did not die. Anyway, Ellie just absolutely obliterated her rice. Obliterated her rice. I'm on my phone now. The rice has gone everywhere. I was showing you my meal. Kids crying. Nice one. Xbox for Christmas. So I'm going to try to do this a different way. But like I said, we got some char-grilled carrots, char-grilled aubergine, eggplant, whatever you call it, char-grilled chicken, some potatoes, and we got 5 milliliters of olive oil on it as usual. The goat. And then bottoms up. Tip for this meal: if you got 500 grams of potato on your plan, and you're boiling the potato and you're struggling to eat it, stop being such a silly goose. That's what the word I'll use. Stop being a silly goose. That's 500 grams. In the air fryer comes out like 200 grams. 200 grams of potato, and it's like 87 carb. Learn how to cook your meals. Salt and pepper on top. A bit of, what I put in it? Chili powder, and that's it. And I'm gonna enjoy this. And we're probably gonna be back in like an hour to eat out because I want to go to bed early. See you then.
Ta-da.
Final meal of the evening going down. There hasn't been much of a gap between meal 4 and 5, I won't lie, but I'm beat. We're pretty beat. We got up early this morning. We planned on being in bed early tonight, but shit happens sometimes. The hair, look at the hair. I think it needs a cut in, you know. Anyway, final meal, probably the best, not the best meal. I think sourdough is the best meal on a rest day, but this is probably the best meal in general on day to day. And it's the goats, it's the oats, the goats. I'm going to show you what they look like. There's a bit of a mess here because we're tidying up at the same time. Excuse my mess, but the finished product, and we'll turn that up a little bit, turn the brightness up a little, just a touch. Finished product in my trusty bowl of choice that never fails me until it cracks on me one day, because it does have a big ass crack in it, like me. Anyway, moving on. I'll put the macros on the screen to the left. I've had to make a few adjustments because I run out of dark chocolate and almond butter, so we've got a little bit less dark chocolate today. And that is actually peanut butter, which I don't usually use often. I prefer almond butter, but I don't have any right now. And I was going to show how to make oats, but this video is already pretty long, and there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube how to make them. But maybe anyway, maybe one day I'll just throw how I make the oats in the video instead of a full day of eating. And just one little tip, because I have put a tip in every single meal today. One tip: this is 125 grams of oats, or it's supposed to be. As I said previously, 2 things. Don't fill it with water. I know that's a very common thing in preps. People will do like 1-to-5 ratio, so they'll do like 5 times the water per oats, which is great, gets it nice and volumized. But the more you volumize things, the more your stomach stretches, the hungrier you get. It doesn't help in the long run, trust me. The least amount you can volumize your food in a prep or in an off season, the better. Especially in an off season, you don't really want to be going to bed full. So that's like, I believe that's 125 grams with 325 grams of water. So what's that, like 2.5 times or something along those lines. And then I add a little bit more water after taking out the microwave. The whole method is a long one, and I'll run through it one day potentially. But what I actually do is, again, to keep food volume a little bit smaller and to keep fiber down ever so slightly, is I do 100 grams of oats, but I do 25 grams of rice flour mixed in there as well, because it helps. And again, I'm not trying to be full. I'm hungry, like I'm starving for this meal, and my mouth is actually watering thinking about this meal and looking at it, but I want my appetite to stay in check at all times. I don't want to finish a meal and go, oh, I'm full. I don't want that feeling. I'm not looking for that feeling. So I try to avoid it for as long as possible. It's why my appetite has stayed as intact as it has for as long as it has. I'm gonna keep doing that until I can, pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna tackle into this meal now. I'm gonna get it down me. I'm gonna get the night sweats as usual, because these make me sweat. And then we're gonna jump into bed and we're gonna call it a day. And I don't know if I'm gonna add anything else to this. I'll put the total macros for the day so far here on Chronometer. Obviously they are going to be slightly different to my allocated macros, but that's because obviously what I use compared to what my sheets use is a different setup. But they are the total macros right there. That's a rest day. It's about 3,000 something hundred calories. And we're going to end the full day of eating there, and then maybe I'll show you my sleep steps before bed. But for now, peace out. Actually, just to add on to that, because I'm sure people are wondering, previously I didn't used to use whey. I've gone back to using a bit of whey now, but I only use ISO. So I got ISO whey in that meal, 50 grams. And then the dark chocolate of choice is the Montezuma's. The black with the orange bits. Before you ask what I get at Amazon, before you ask what it tastes like, imagine a very bitter chocolate, 100%, with pieces of orange in it, like orange nibs. So kind of tastes like Terry's chocolate orange, without all the sugar and with a lot more cocoa. Very simply, but it's outstanding. Very, very good fats, much better than your typical 85%. So a big tip again, if you can and you like 100% dark chocolate, go for it. It's much, much better than your 80s, your 85s, even your 90s. It's all just pure cacao, no added sugars or starches or whatever the fuck they add to them nowadays. Much cleaner, and things like even like peanut butter, right? Like a lot of them, yeah, they're good, but if you could avoid peanuts and go for something like an almond or even like a macadamia nut, they are going to digest better. They're going to cause a little bit less inflammation in the gut, which in the long run will serve you benefits. Even if you can get your own one made, I know you can get them made now, or even like make your own one at home. Macadamia nut oil or macadamia nut butter is a little bit harder to get hold of here in the UK, but it is out there, so give it a go. Give it a go, or just use actual macadamia nuts, because they're still a good option, good textures. But again, 50 grams of whey ISO, 100 Quaker oats, 25 rice flour, 50 grams of blueberries, 20 dark chocolate, 10 peanut butter. But I've had to do 20 peanut butter, 10 dark chocolate this time around.